Albany driving school in Albany, New York. Albany, New York, which is part of the Brooklyn here. We cover lessons as well in the Albany area. Albany driving school. If you need help with anything in this area, to let us know. Just been with Pierre driving school. We're gonna cover a few left and right. I think that's there for you to understand when you're doing your road test here in Brooklyn, New York, Albany, New York, which is part of the area here in Brooklyn. All right. So for the purpose of the road test, when we see this guy in front of us stop at a green, why? That we do not know. All right. So yeah, could have gone around nice and smooth, but there is no need for it to keep life easy. We do not. We keep both hands at the steering wheel at all the time and forward planning all your moves. Okay. When you stop, you want to make sure to see the tire of the car in front of you on the ground. If not, you follow too closely. That we do not want. Okay. So also, do not go in the road test with the intent to impress the examiner of things that you know. Impress them of things that you're supposed to deliver and show them you're aware of everything that they're asking you to do. You see motorbikes driving on my right side, I cannot be going around them without being safe because they are within their right, because they are driving the same direction we are driving. Going on a crosswalk, you always cover on the brake. Make sure nobody is seeing how nobody is pushing out without you being well aware of that. At this traffic light coming up here, we're making a left turn. We signal the turn. This is the intersection left turn, which is part of your road test where many people fail to making the proper left turn, right? You see how the car in front of yours is all the way above the white line. You cannot do that. For the purpose of the road test, it's just straight F. You're supposed to stop the minute that you start losing the first white line. You cannot go over that white line. That's not the proper way of approaching your road test, all right? We're gonna pull to the middle until the front bumper is aligned with the yellow line, the traffic on the black as the right of way. Okay, front bumper aligned with the yellow line, making the left turn, mirror left, shoulder left, and make the turn. I'm watching the human here. Is not on the ground. Car turn first, then roll second, then accelerate. All right, guys? For the purpose of the road test, whenever you're signaling, you must check the mirror and shoulder on the side that you're signaling. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem because you will be marking off for not checking the shoulders for blind spot, of which you do not want at your road test. As I'm coming up, I'm already paying attention to the traffic light that's coming up. I see it's yellow. I start slowing down because I know for the purpose of the road test, yellow light mean red. The minute I start losing the white line, then I stop from there, because you cannot be driving over the white line, or your nose cannot be past the white line, because that's not the proper way for doing driving here in New York City. Especially if you're doing a road test, they will mark you off. All right, these are a few pointers that I want you guys to understand, because the minute you understand those things, it make your driving way easier. Because really, in reality, it's not about driving, it's how they want you to drive the test, if there's the way they want you to drive. So if you deliver to their liking, to what they're looking for, passing your road test is one appointment away. On the other side of the talking, when you're doing the opposite, they will fail you the test in a heartbeat. The DMV examiner are not working against you. They just want you to do what you're supposed to do for them to deliver what they tell them to do. Just like any other job, is your boss tell you things that to be looking out for, so does the DMV examiner. There are certain things they're looking out for them, they tell them to look out for on the student that doing their road test. If you're not delivering to that level, then it's not going to be in your favor. In that instance, since it is a road test for you to pass, you will fail the road test. As I'm coming along, I'm keeping within my speed limit, above 25, below 30, because speed limit is 25. You can never keep exactly the speed limit. Is going to fluctuate. For here on the road test, they'll give you 5 miles above the speed limit when the weather condition is ideal. When the weather condition is not ideal, it's 5 miles below the speed limit. We're making a right turn here. We signal right, mirror right, shoulder right. We're blocking off the side, so where no cars can come to the right side. You see, when you're making turn, you want to block the side that you're making the turn off. No cars, nothing can pass in. When you're ready to make your turn, you only leave room for pedestrian, skateboard, and bicycle. Since you leave room for pedestrian, skateboard, and bicycle, what is there for you to do? Check your mirror and shoulder. Make sure you clear those spots. All right. Even after you get your license, does everything that you want it to do, because mirror right, shoulder right, making my turn and fall right to my lane. And I'm going to pay attention to that back lane for me not to turn onto the bike lane. For the purpose of the road test, you cannot make right, you cannot make turn and be driving into the bike lane. That will consider as an F, because you cannot drive into the bike lane. All right. As I'm coming along, I'm scanning all the corners and I'm paying good attention to my surrounding, because most of the oftentimes most of the things that people be failing to do, fail to adequately observe. You need to constantly observing as you're driving, especially the direction that you're going. All right, I'm not saying that to observe on the wrong direction. You cannot be going forward and you're looking backward and you keep looking sideways. You want to keep your head straight ahead where you're going, and steady, and pay attention to the direction that you're driving. All right, so there's a few things that you have to be well aware of, because as this traffic light coming up, we're making a left turn. We signal to the left here. We're gonna do a mirror left, shoulder left, bring the car into the turning lane. Then we're gonna line up with the 4 turns. See what I'm saying? You've always have to signal all your attention. After signaling all your attention, you need to do a mirror verification check before taking action. In real life, we're good to go. For the road test, we're not good to go. And remember, the road test is all about delivering things that the DMV wants you to deliver to their liking. If not, it's gonna always be problem on your road test, of which we're not looking for, because we want you here at Pierre Driving School to pass your test on the first try. I'm pulling up to the middle, no cars on my block, okay? Mirror left, shoulder left, and go with my turn, nice and smooth. And following right in the middle of my turn. You do not make that turn. You do not want to make that turn and fall into the onto the yellow line or back on the yellow line. See, I'm coming up. I started slowing down because reason why? Yellow light is not for student. I'm not gonna force myself to that yellow line. It's good for me in real life, but for the purpose of the road test, it's a problem. Check pierrepauldraiving.com. We can definitely help you to get your driver license here. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. If you have anybody that can benefit from this content, share it with them so they will also be able to get the license as well, because the license can enhance your life. Although you may not want to have to do driving for a living, but it can give you a better life, especially here living in the United States. Okay, I'm coming up. I see my light is more than 10. I got way more than enough time for me to go nice and smooth without any excess. Otherwise, I would have to slow down. For me, when I get to the light, it's completely red. At the traffic light coming up, we're making a right turn at the traffic light coming up. We're gonna signal the turn 100 feet away from the last pole before the pole that we're making the turn. And I'm gonna check the mirrors and shoulder and start leaning towards the side, because I don't want any car to think that they can sneak in before I'm making my right turn. You see what I'm saying? Now, since I'm not leaving room for any car to sneak in, when it's time for me to make the turn, what is there for me to do? Check my mirror right, shoulder right, and make the turn. Mirror right, shoulder right, and make the turn and fall right into my lane. It ain't no rush. You do not want to touch that yellow line as you're making your turn, then it's gonna be a problem. All right, as I'm going along, I'm driving right within my lane, keep driving in the middle where no cars can stop cutting you off. All right, going straight ahead here, pay good attention to my surrounding, going straight ahead. I'm coming through a traffic light. I'm going to pay attention, no braking, no light blinking. I'm good to go. All right, within my speed limit, above 25, below 30, because we cannot keep exactly the speed that they want us to drive in. All right, folks, keeping it going here. This Ben here with Pierre Driving School in Albany, Brooklyn, New York. We're making a left turn at this traffic light, signal left. When we get to the middle, we're gonna get to the middle, just like always, to the middle. Okay, no cars in the black. Mirror left, shoulder left, and make the left turn and see where? To the closest left lane. And what else is there for you to do? You signal to your right, mirror right, shoulder right, and move over to your right, because student must always be where? On the right side of the road. Since I noticed on my right side there's a truck, signal left, mirror left, shoulder left, move back even to your right. You see, whatever we do, contrary from going straight, you must signal all the attention. I'm going to come back to my right again, mirror right, shoulder right, bring it back to the right. You guys notice that? Signaling all of my attention, and I'm keeping it straight from there. All right, now since I'm seeing here there is car to my right and to my left, I'm standing in the middle so I don't keep weaving in and out of traffic. After I'm finished clearing the car to my right, I'm gonna signal right, mirror right, shoulder right, bring it over. You see, guys, signaling all of your attention. All right, folks, going straight ahead here. All right, keeping to my right. All right, keeping to my right side, keeping it going. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. If you have any questions for me, put it in the comment below. If there is anything you want me to cover in particular, I can definitely do so. This has been here with Pierre Driving School. This lesson is at Albany, New York, which is a part of Brooklyn. Here we do cover road tests as well. Anything you want me to do, please leave it in the comment below. I will gladly answer that and do it to your liking. Remember, we're doing this channel for you guys to make sure that you can get all the help thereof you need you did in order for you when you take your road test so you can pass with flying color. If anybody can benefit from this video, share it with them, because if you share that video with someone that can benefit from them, you're helping them in a way to better their life. If you already have your driver license, you know how a license can enhance your life. The more you can help, the better it is in any shape or form. All right, so for the purpose of the road test, when you're driving, you've always want to test the tire of the car in front of you. You do not want to be too far from that bin, otherwise you're going to be driving too far or driving too close. We don't want that. All right, I'm going to soon make a left turn, so I'm signaling my mirror signal right, mirror left, shoulder left, go over the left lane. All right, stay within my speed limit, above 25, below 30. All right, this been here with Pierre Driving School. This lesson is driving school in Albany, New York. Until then, keep practicing. This been with Pierre Driving School. Take care now. Bye-bye.